We are here to do your channel messages and what I see for your star sign in each month. Now, if you do like this content, remember to click the bell. And also we do have a brand new edition, which is the Romance Zone. So stay tuned for that. I will be bringing those channel messages with the tarot live by mid-month. So if you do wish this content ahead of the game, you can join a YouTube membership where I pre-release these a week ahead. Take care and let's have a look at what I see for your zodiac sign this month. Welcome back, Aries. We're here to do your psychic messages for the month and what I see coming through for you. Now, yes, we do have drops twice a month for your zodiac signs. So come through and see your romance house. Don't forget to watch them and comment. I love to interact with you guys. We also have the twin flame updates. So without further ado, let's have a look at this month and what I psychically see coming through for you. Okay, now this is going to be both an exciting month, a productive month for you, Aries, as an individual. Now, you could particularly still be recovering from last month's energy. A lot of us are feeling super tired. Energy and momentum is going to pick up as we do proceed forward, but you do have some really great things that can be possible this month. We're really going to tap into every area of your life, you know, anything down to those of you single and couple, what I psychically see coming through for you, those of you transitioning through career, and more. So stay tuned, grab a cuppa, sit back and relax. Now, what I do see coming up in the first week of February 2023 can be some recovery and real direction changes. Now, a lot of you can be having big changes happening, both in your purpose. I do feel it's going to be quite key this month to balance between your own personal time, getting up in your head and creating those dreams. And you may actually get pulled in two directions. It may still be very important to keep very goal orientated. Now, that can still be a little bit difficult because of our transits. So really, as long as you're ticking off the box, this is one of those months that you can really get ahead. And I do see that to be greatly beneficial. Some of us could feel so tired that at the end of the, the weekly grind, we're wanting to unwind. If you can be productive as much as possible, it's really going to benefit you because we have some major changes happening come March. Now, what I do see happening is big changes in your wellness, big changes in your vibe, big changes in the way you stand out in the world. And like I said, I do see you getting pulled in two directions. Your focus can be very fixated at the moment on social crowds, moving forward, going up in the ladder. And, there can be jealousy. So just guard against jealousy and spreading yourself a little bit too fine, because I do feel you could have added responsibilities this month and be put in between a rock and a hard place. That can be anything to do with your family, your work, your own personal things that you want to achieve. So try and be quite regimented where it does come to that and create healthy boundaries. Now, in your zone of love, I do think this still is acting a little bit like a Mercury retrograde, and we can have old feelings coming up, but we can have new ways in which we are relating to them. And I do really see a lot of closing out of karmic cycles in 2023 through to 2024. So don't be surprised if you have some circumstances playing out that you think, oh, wow, where did this person go? Maybe they should be back in my life. And I think we really do need to be educated and wise, but I do think we have actually spiritually grown. But I do see you particularly really turning over a new leaf and creating a new chapter. Those that are meant to be with you are always going to move with you. And in the area of love, I do actually see your appearance is going to be changing, and you could be coming through as a standout, especially in your romantic sector. People are going to be quite attracted to you. I also feel you're going to be quite assertive by mid-month. So just be careful to not get too aggro. There is a potential that there can be cross wires, especially when it does come to romance misunderstandings. Those of you in coupledoms, I also feel there could be added support around your love interests. Now, if you're in a very conducive relationship, it's going to be highly supportive and really helping you move that connection to the next level. It is teamwork, but it's also a big question mark over our heads at a collective level this year, and especially yours, Aries, is I. And, you know, we hear the term there's no I in team, but there's no team without an I. So it's like, how can we show up in a connection? How can we gain that self-esteem within ourselves and be that best version of ourselves? And you could be going through a spiritual transformation and be questioning it outside. But the question is, how do you feel relating to this area of your life? It can feel extremely personal. So just guard against cross wires. You could really be feeling yourself, and I definitely do see potential image changes. But remember, the spiritual change is always on the inside and then it occurs on the outside. Sometimes we tend to skim over the surface and we tend to try and, change the outside. But again, those emotions are still going to resonate within. Now, those of you in career are going to be super busy. I really do feel career advancement. I do feel to be cautious around superiors at the moment because there still could be those proverbial cross wires. As you do move towards mid-month, you know, especially for those of you in the career sector, if you're really not happy with it, this would be the time at the beginning of the month to really start networking, spreading those resumes out, and really finding something that you directly resonate with, because this is a fantastic year for yourself and for your career, and you don't want to put those nagging things on the back burner when we have such beautiful stars really shining upon us. I also feel you could be actually taking on more than you imagine, and you may be taking on a more senior role in some positions. So don't be surprised if they ask you at left field to do a little bit more because they see your skill set. I also feel those of you, like I mentioned, that aren't happy, there could be pay rises on the scene. Now, that can be anything to do with where you currently are working, or it could be to do with transitioning over to a different position or going up a level. I do feel this career progression point bank zero. Very separately, you may need to be very cautious when it does come to your mind wellness. Getting stressed, getting up in your head. You could be getting headaches. Some of you may be needing to concentrate a little bit more, but I do see a lot of you this month may see on the horizon a brand new chapter where it does come to your hopes and dreams. So be open to sitting with it and having those tactile steps. Don't feel too strict with yourself if all the information isn't there. Come March, there can be some more clarity around that area, but really have the confidence that you can make these things come true. Those of you in business, I do find that a lot of you may be reworking, retweaking, and really trying to get ahead at this point in time. And I do feel the key, some of the keys could be you changing the websites, could be you changing the image and the way you're implementing some of these things. And I really feel from August last year, there has been a lot of restructure going on. And we have learned a great deal of lessons over the last 4 years. So I do feel in 2023, and especially in February, it's a very positive time that you can actually take those steps and make the changes. Now, you will need to be very organized, and you can actually attract quite large projects. Some of these may take on a more managerial role, and you can be really working with the team, maybe looking at loans that you're wanting to get to advance this position. And I do see those changes shifting there. I also do see transparency really required this year. So making sure that you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's, really covering yourself so that the transparency of the direct website maybe is very clear cut. I do feel that there's going to be a lot of movement, and I do feel you're going to be super busy, and there is an opportunity, especially where it does come to career and business and wealth, Aries, is that this can increase this month. I would say there could be a bit of a splurge coming around the 5th of February. You also could be socializing, going out with friends and spending a bit. This also could add to a bit of expenses coming up around that time. But by the time we reach mid-month, I would say be cautious of overindulgence. You actually could be quite lucky, and there could be a new chapter that comes out of nowhere, especially where it does come to creative ideas and wealth and your dreams come true. So be open to it. With your wellness, the beginning of the month, I would say keep extremely organized. Really have a go-to list so that you can keep grounded and you can address everything you wish to achieve in this month. It's a little bit like a New Year's resolution. I think sometimes we need to go into the month with a very logical, kind of plan and implement it. And then at the end of it, really, stepping back and going, wow, what have I achieved and where to from here? And I think if you do such, you're going to be able to allocate some personal time for yourself, because I do see this month to be extremely social. Some of you may turn over a new leaf and want to get on a health kick. I would say still until March, mid-March, be very careful with strains. You still can be accident prone. And I'd say really till the end of March, be super cautious. So if you are exercising, really making sure that you're stretching, making sure you're aware of your surroundings, falls, cuts, abrasions, these things can happen. And so you really want to guard against that at this point in time. If you are wanting to do anything surrounding beauty, it's not that it's a negative time to do such, but again, be cautious to do your research. I would still wait till after March if possible, but again, because Venus is transiting into your sign this month, you may want to do the Emperor's clothes and really upgrade your wardrobe and your look. It may be more fiery and assertive this month. People may misunderstand you, but also great time to journal. Could be a time where you may be kicking a habit, or the habit could flare up if you are super stressed. So make sure to reconnect to yourself and to be in awareness of your energy as it transitions through this month, so that you can take some rest, take a step back so that it doesn't get a little bit ugly. Overall, I do see this month to be fantastic for you. I hope to hear back from you. Don't forget, we do have a mid-month tarot. Come through and join us. Otherwise, I will see you on the other side, beautifuls. Look after yourself.